my fellow minions. It is I, Lord Phantom, the master of any evil imaginable. Before we get to my evil agenda for today, make sure to hit the subscribe button to follow for more content like this. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and leave comments in the comments section to leave feedback on my videos so I can make my videos in better quality. Today on my evil agenda for today, we're doing a Steven Universe Creepypasta called Faded Gems. So Faded Gems is basically a lost episode that the narrator watches with his friends before the Uncle Grandpa Steven Universe crossover. So this was a few years ago, I believe. And also, this story is a little bit like Candle Cove, but except it's in the modern age. And the narrator does see the story. The narrator in the story is a pretty good protagonist, I do believe. But enough about that, let's get into the creepypasta called Steven Universe Fallen Gems. There was one day that I will remember for the rest of my life, and that day was an episode of Steven Universe. Now you might think, how could such a happy, cheerful, adventurous show go wrong? Well, I'll tell you. I had gotten home and did my normal routine, do my homework, get something to eat, etc. My mom had called down to me, telling me that she had to go walk one of her friend's dogs because she said her friend was at work. So I was home alone. Normally my brother would be with me, but he went with my mom and my dad was at work. So I was lying in bed on my phone adding to friends on an app called Pick Collage when I looked up to see that Cartoon Network was advertising new Thursdays. It had said, "Up next was Steven Universe, one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows other than Pokemon, regular show, and Teen Titans Go." I posted on the app from earlier saying to my followers that I would be back soon. I turned off my phone, set it beside me, and turned up the TV. I was pretty sure that this was supposed to be that Uncle Grandpa / Steven Universe crossover. So I was excited, but I didn't get what I expected. The episode started with the normal title theme for the show, which I've always loved to hum to. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the theme, but when it got to the title of the episode, that's when it got strange. The normal clothesline that held Steven's clothes was snapped, and Steven's shirts and pants were on the ground, dirty and a bit shredded, but not enough that they were completely apart. The title, in a bit of a lighter tint than usual, read Faded Gems. I had thought. The episode is supposed to be named Say Uncle. I went to the guide and it still said the title for the crossover. I thought that maybe at the last minute, Cartoon Network decided to air a different episode that they thought should come before the crossover. But man, I was disappointed. The episode started inside the house, but it was a bit quiet. Steven then came in through the screen door looking a bit sad, but not in a depressed sort of way. Just his normal sad face. It was raining outside, so I thought he was just sad he couldn't be out there. Suddenly, Amethyst and Garnet came through the warp pad, but Pearl was missing. I noticed that Amethyst had a tear running down her face, and it looked like the normal cartoon style, very bright blue and not clear, not hyper-realistic at all. I was a bit surprised by this, seeing how Amethyst is normally the most hyper and cheerful of the group. I went back on Pick Collage and asked for the Steven Universe fans to chat with me about the new episode. Surprisingly, a few of my followers / friends were seeing the same exact thing I was. For some reason, the episode went to commercials already, so I decided to chat about what was going on. We referred to each other by parts of our usernames, so this is how the conversation went. Meet Tails. Rubik's, Foxy, Creepy. Did you guys just see that? Rubik's, Tails, we all saw that. Other Steven Universe fans are spam posting stuff about this. Foxy, I just don't understand what's going on though. Why weren't Steven's clothes like that? Rubik's, I honestly don't know. Maybe to do something with Lion? Creepy, possibly, but Lion's always loyal to Steven. It would never do this. Me, Tails. By the way, where's Pearl? Creepy. Foxy. Rubik's. Maybe that's what Amethyst was crying about. Pearl being gone? Suddenly I heard that the show was coming back from the commercials. Guys, it's back on! We all continued to watch the show. It came back to where we were, but Steven was hugging Garnet and Amethyst sobbing. It was his normal voice, not like a realistic sob, but his normal crying. Then for the first time that episode, someone said something. Steven, everything's gonna be okay. No, Pearl's gone, she's gone forever. I was shocked by this. I looked down at the conversation. Pearl's gone? Gone how? Is she dead? The show wouldn't get that dark, guys. Guys, look! I look up at the TV. Lion comes in through the door and is carrying Pearl's spear. Lion walks up to the others and drops it on the ground. It is snapped in half, but Lion didn't do it. It was obvious it wasn't bitten in half, but forcefully pulled apart. Steven, how did this even happen? Garnet put a hand on Steven's shoulder and started telling him a story. As you know, our gems are the source of all of our power. If we were to get weak, our gems would lose power and thus fade. Because of this, we would no longer be able to go on and we will just fade out of existence. We tried our best to cure Pearl, but we were too late. This shocked me. Pearl had faded away? Suddenly the title made sense. Faded gems. The gems can fade away. I looked at the TV again. Steven, I wish he was still here. He started sobbing again. The episode slowly faded to black and played the normal credits. This was so dark. I couldn't believe what I just saw. I looked back down at the phone. Rubik's, what? Is Pearl dead? Me. No, she lost her power. She simply faded away. Foxy, guys, the TV! Creepy. I've never seen Cartoon Network post a commercial like this. I look at the TV. In the normal Cartoon Network font, it says this: "We are sorry for the inconvenience. This episode was never meant to be aired." We now return to what was normally scheduled. Then the Steven Universe crossover came on. I was surprised to see that episode. Were all the gems supposed to fade away eventually, even Steven? Me and my friends occasionally talk about the episode, but not much. I will never forget that one fateful Steven Universe episode. And did anyone record this? I mean, come on. There was DVRs in the 2014s. Just tell me if someone recorded this or not. Welcome back, my fellow minions. So that was Steven Universe Faded Gems, a Cartoon Network creepypasta. So what did I think about this creepypasta? Well, I think it was pretty good despite the grammar and spelling issues that the story clearly has. And also it had a Candle Cove sort of feel, if you know what I mean. Because there were multiple people speaking to each other about the lost episode as it was airing. So yeah, it's a pretty good creepypasta. Besides, the Steven Universe thing, you know. Besides the crossover with Uncle Grandpa and Steven Universe, by the way. Even though I like this creepypasta and it has a few issues in my opinion, it has actually no video to go along with it, which Gregory's room did have, despite Gregory coming and attacking me for no fucking reason. So, what do I give this story? I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It's a very, very good creepypasta, but the grammar should have been improved in my opinion. So yeah, I am Lord Phantom and I'll see you guys next time for my next video.